Hello, hello. All right, people of the internet, let's do this. Let's play some more Peasant Militia. I'm back after a weekend away, long weekend. So it's been a few days, so I'm gonna have to take a moment to remind myself where I'm at. This has been quite the struggle bus of a run so far. So I've got a nimble tank. I think I've got another one. Yeah, Malik here. Okay. I see what's going on there. And then I've got a whole bunch of that kind of a trash bro build that I'm trying out on quite a few of the brothers. Drunken hybrid, that's right. Some dedicated throwers that have such abysmal melee skill that we're probably gonna have to get them like bags and belts and some fire lances or something. Pretty sure is what I'm gonna need to get on them. And then just not worry about the melee skill at all. Right, so like against Necro Savants, they'll use all their AP as like net and pop the fire lance. Something like that. And then, yeah, I think that's fine. We attempted to fight the Barbarian Madman with a brother and lost him. I think his name was Sorrel, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so it was definitely one that presented some risk, but I had backup brothers, so I understand why I did it. It looks like I just bought stuff from the kennel, and by stuff I mean dogs. And I can't imagine that it's worth it for me to not buy the dogs and only buy the warhounds. What is previous Slurgy thinking? I feel like I should buy the dogs as well. Maybe not the unarmored warhounds. I think the armor is pretty important. And why am I hanging on to these javelins? And these must have dropped recently. That makes more sense to me. Because I can go back to Camp Borg and sell those. I think the top was Goblin Land. So I think I want to head south into Orkville. I think that's right. Or is that wrong? Regardless, I think I can make a trip out to the wilds. I think I have enough money to do so. I'm gonna need more tools. These are pretty expensive. That's fine. I'm gonna sell some stuff here. I'm gonna keep just my couple nimble armors. I don't think I need to keep that hammer even. Oh, yes. That hammer should replace this hammer. That's right, I've got some man splitters, which is good. Man splitters and Zerk chains. Those are the things I'm kind of looking to use with these peasants. Probably I won't sell these more expensive goods. Obviously I want to turn these nets into reinforced nets. Maybe not right now though. I got one card upgrade, Drill Sergeant, Lookout Scout, okay. Alright, it's kind of coming back to me. So, I'm gonna go ahead and sell this stuff. It's not getting very good value, but I'm gonna basically be filling up the cart anyway. I'm gonna get down to like maybe 8 or so days of food, which will actually be less than that because I'm gonna be traveling out in some terrain where the boys are gonna eat. The brothers. And so I don't love buying both of those stacks of tools. They're so expensive, but I feel like, you know, I don't know. We need tools. We're gonna need to repair some armors as we take combats. We're finally getting nimble up, and honestly, that's the biggest That's just like the biggest deal. That's what the team needs. We need as much nimble as possible. So we're still kind of limited in what we can fight. This is probably the weakest team I've had for for day 50 in any run I've done so far in this series. It makes sense. There's been some serious setbacks, but still, you know, is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna head east. We're gonna head out in the wilds. Oh yeah, was I gonna buy these dogs? Maybe not, because of just money limitations. Yeah, I think it'll be fine without. Or would it be better to buy? Oh, whatever. We can come back. We can come back. Ooh. Interesting. Let's see. The rat catcher has an option here. That's interesting. +1 reputation, they gain some initiative and a good mood. However, the thrower, if they have 70 range skill, will gain an additional 1. I don't think he has 70, does he? I can't remember Eberict at all. I know for sure the rat catcher can succeed this. So let's look. I'm just curious what would have happened. Oh yeah, so Eberict would have failed that, so that's good that I did what I did. Okay. And I've got some backup bros that I can cycle in if people get injured. I think the key is just taking some hits is fine. I can't increase this obituary count. That's just no good. That's unacceptable. We gotta keep the obits clean. Keep the deaths low. You know? Alright, cute little camp with some goblin skirmishers. That'll be fine. Nobody has Pathfinder. We're kind of gonna try doing a Pathfinderless run, which is not typical for me, because I'm a Pathfinder lover. Unashamed. Unashamed Pathfinder Stan. Ka-chonk. Just one cute little goblin. Okay. Couple nets, but couple nets and a cute little goblin coin. Something to get the team warmed up. And the other thing about these fights is, you know, keeping fight density high so that the mood is good is always a plus. Little Turd the Second has leveled. Definitely going to be some sort of offensive brother, offensive banner. I think we take the +3 when we see it. And someone's gonna have to have rally. And that someone is obviously the banner. Alright, so this one's got an overseer. So we can wait till nighttime for this one. It is dusk currently, so that's fine. Just a tiny little waiting period to save some tools. And possibly even a brother's life, right? We don't have all we don't all have nimble, so it's not like this is a free fight or anything. There are enemies that are fully capable of killing. Okay, so we're gonna wait with everyone, except for the tanks with shields. Hey, Peasant, how's it going? Howdy, howdy. Alright, definitely gonna get the cute little doggos involved. Hopefully they all live. We can hope. Yeah, I was at a social engagement all weekend, but I'm back. It was a big nerdy board game weekend with some friends, and I had a blast. Now I'm ready to play some Battle Brothers. Nice. Yeah, you know, it is possible, however unlikely. No, I was at a big 20 friends and I all rented out a big old house and just played a lot of board games, drank a lot of beer, had a lot of fun. It's pretty great. But I'm back now, and I'm ready for some Battle Brothers. Oh, he could have attacked there. What am I doing? Whoops. That was a bit sloppy. Yeah, the nice thing about fighting big packs of goblins like this when you have this many bros is you can sort of overwhelm them before they can do anything. Okay. With. Not too bad of tools losses and stuff this fight, and hit points aren't too bad. Not too many injuries, etc. So I think this went pretty well. I would say. Excuse me. They are basically all dead. See how much work this skirmisher can get done. His last attack. He can still do something. He can still knock a guy in the head. What a jerk. Alright. So that was a pretty good little fight. Got another jagged pike. Always nice. Given the AP flexibility, I do like having the jagged pikes over the regular pikes with these bros, I'm pretty sure. Feel pretty confident in that. All right. Jamel here. Let's go ahead and take this +4 hit points because we can catch him up on resolve a bit later with the 2 talent stars. So here, I see what I'm doing. I see what's going on. I guess I just take Colossus here. Could even reasonably take Dodge. I think that would be fine. Dodge this level, then next do Colossus Nimble. I think I like that. Cool. Okay, I got some more goblins here. Came from way over here. Kind of like to fight some either orcs or undead. Yeah, like I could follow them out, follow these footsteps, but it's about to be daytime. So by the time I reach them, it won't be night yet, because I can kind of navigate around these hills. Oh, stone pillars. May as well pay him a visit, even though we're not going to be doing anything here other than collecting a signet ring. This crazy lady wants to wake up the Kraken, the beast of beasts. Questionable decision. But who am I to judge? Okay. So take a peek on this mountain top here and decide what we want to do. No enemy camps. It's still kind of unclear to me where the orcs are on this map. You know, the orcs and goblins both tend to concentrate. I'm not really sure where the orcs even are. It's kind of weird. I remember fighting some orcs somewhere. I mean, maybe the orcs are all over here and the goblins... I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It says 3 days of food. We've got more than that. That's just saying that because we're in the mountains. I mean, I guess I can take a sweep up northeast from here. Sure. Kind of feels like, based on previous locations of goblins, we're just going to find more goblins, which I suppose I'm fine with. Yeah, goblins recently passed through here. No kidding. Oh, there's some orcs. Yeah, the team's not ready for fights like that. We're too far behind the curve, and since I'm not running any spears this run or anything like that, this is out of reach at the moment. But we are seeing some orcs, so that's good. I'm hoping to find... Yeah, see, the orcs and goblins are like right next to each other. So weird. Definitely not doing this fight right now. Hopefully I can find some easier goblin and orc fights. They don't have to be like trivially easy, but we're not quite ready for the anything that says C or tense. We're not ready. Alright, we got some young berserkers, there's more goblins. So the orcs came from up here. Yeah, for sure. I agree. They can be surprising sometimes. They tend to concentrate, and I don't know like the actual spawning rules, and I'm sure even if I looked at like the code for how they spawned, I doubt there'd be much insight that I can get that's even close to as good as just what's it like. Oh! Goblins and orcs fighting each other. Cute. Anyway, I don't think there'd be much better than just playing and learning from the experience. Alright, so I'll fight these plethora of orc young, and then maybe decide to go fight those hunters, maybe... I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm keen to simply back up to get my fast adaptation stacks and chip shot damage. On most of the brothers. Oh, Blackbeard doesn't even... Actually, I'm gonna send this guy here. Yeah, we'll go and grab a quick and easy fast adaptation stack. Really, if I'm gonna do that, I should attack the back, huh? Because I don't really think there's much point to the regular attack from a sling. It's not gonna do much damage. It's a pretty low damage weapon without throwing mastery. Alright, so on the bottom we could walk forward and attack. There is some incentive, I think, against Orc Young in particular to move forward and attack them. Only because they've got that annoying charge attack. It'll stun you. So I think we'll go ahead and do that. move forward and attack him. Yeah, so we got one silly guy charging forward. Yeah, going back 3 tiles to avoid stun, then looking for good matchups when they're close. I think that's a pretty good way of doing it. In this case, you know, I backed up 2 specifically to get the fast adaptation stack for this gimmick that I'm peddling. But similar idea. So I have a few more charges that will come in. Guy got cleaved in the head. You don't want to see that. Well, I like hitting the enemy. That's why I like fast adaptation. Hitting the enemy is pretty good. Because then you can, you know, hurt them. Alt F4 better. True, it is more effective. You'll get no disagreement from me there. If you're looking to never lose another battle ever again, simply press Alt F4 each time something goes badly. Easy. So easy. They are almost all running now. It is nice that despite almost all running, where was that sentence even gonna go? Despite almost all running, I literally don't remember. Incomplete thought. You do that sometimes when you forget to change loadouts configurations. Fair. Hey, Fluffy Minority, thanks for the Prime sub. Yeah, I mean, I think in that case, I think if you are honest with yourself that you're only doing it when, like, literally, you know, you forgot to put throwing axes on your throwers before fighting Ancient Dead, for example. Whatever. Who cares? Okay. So, nothing really interesting loot-wise there. We don't really care about any of these weapons. Nimble Tank took a big hit to the head, and I think not just the armor being repaired, I think he needs to sit out for a moment. He being Bijante, actually. Nearly got cleaved in the head. Well, did get cleaved in the head, but, you know, the head's still there. Let's keep it that way. So we'll put in Gerald. Alright, so Ruthard is now level 8. hard-headed in real life too. Makes sense. Good. Good. Glad to hear it. Well, I'm going to commit to the bit on these bros that I'm doing my gimmicky nonsense on. We're taking FA, even at this point. I actually don't think it's... I still don't. It's like, even at this point with 71 melee skill, it's still not bad. It really isn't. Alright, we got another nimble tank. Let's see. Here I'm either going to grab resolve or just dodge for... Excuse me, just initiative for the 3/4 of a melee defense and range defense. I think we'll do that. No. 47 resolve is pretty low. Let's get more. And let's take shield mastery. That seems good. Kettleman the hybrid. Let's just take all the stats on the right side there. And I'm gonna want to grab one defensive perk before I sort of round out all the offense. Yeah, I would say on most bros, FA is still pretty good on premium bros. I mean, I think once you start hitting like really high levels of melee attack, under normal gameplay circumstances, you know, you should probably have something else. It's never gonna be, unless it's like a super defensive bro, like a tank or something like that, it's never a waste. It just is pretty low value. But it's fine to have a few dud perks on your team. It really is. Some people build their whole team with just dud perks, you know? So yeah, I do think if you have an exceptional bro that starts out with really good melee attack, especially like a swordmaster or something, you know, don't waste the perk point on fast adaptation, but hitting things is good, just generally speaking. Alright, so here I need to grab some sort of defensive perk. I want to slot one in, and it's either going to be Colossus or 9 lives. I feel like either one is... they're relatively equal in value to me. It depends on how many levels I put into hit points from this point on, which one I like better. I think I have just a mild preference for 9 on this bro at 61 hit points at level 6. It's pretty low, so I think 9 will be just a little bit better. And then next level I'm still going to take nimble, so. Alright, let's go pick on these orc hunters who just hunted some goblins. Pretty fun. Alright, so we got a man splitter here. 2 orc berserkers. I think we're going to do the same thing that we did last time of just backing up 2 hexes. Yeah. Definitely. Oh. Ingmar. Why didn't he show up on my radar as being someone I should replace? Where is Ingmar? Oh yeah, right here. Yikes. Yeah. He's someone we should have cycled out. Hmm. Okay, and another man splitter. These orcs are ready to split a man. Let's see, not everyone has FA, so it's a little confusing when they don't gain the stack when I'm at the bottom left. Okay. Alright, let's see where this bloody as hell orc goes. Then we'll decide what to do. Alright, if he's gonna go there, we're just gonna back it up. A slightly tedious maneuver. Oops. But hey, if they're gonna let me throw stuff at him, I don't see why I wouldn't just do that. Okay. Give that berserker a nice little whipping. Okay. We're definitely using a lot of ammo, that's for sure. Alright, so these man splitters are absolutely the ones that I am going to prioritize taking out. No question about it. Tried to whip him to disarm. Didn't work. Okay. So we got one fleeing. Okay, that guy being staggered is really good. Because I really want to kill him before he gets the opportunity to even make an attack. That would be lovely. Oh, whoa, whoa, why did I send that guy forward? That was not what I wanted. Alright. Good. And I think I can just release the hounds and let the dogs finish them off. That's right. These are good. These are good dogs. It'll be one giant chase. Oh, enough fatigue. Whoops. Dogs versus the orcs. I guess orc. We'll see. If Thorn can pin him down, the other dogs can get him surrounded. If he can't, then the orc is free to go. Or Thorn will just kill him outright. Brutal. Kind of the same deal as last fight, except got a couple man-splitters. I do like the man-splitters. I was intending on this build primarily using flails. This sort of gimmick, let's call it what it is. This gimmick build. But if I did use man-splitters, I mean, that works just fine. The reason I was going to use the Zerk chain, that flail specifically, instead of the man-splitter, the axe, is because flails go around shield defenses, and when a bro has particularly poor melee skill, if I can keep pumping it up with fast adaptation and get a reliable hit with the flail, going around the shield is going to be just result in a much more likely hit. And I have so many brothers that all I got to do is hit those first volley and the enemy should crumble. So the flail sort of helps patch their melee attack in a way. Alright, we're gonna move this armor over. I don't know what we're gonna do with this decayed coat of scales exactly. Move some armors over. And here on Erhard, we can take Nimble. And did, but get his armor set up for Nimble. Alright. Not a very good roll in melee skill. He's got Determined, so he'll always start the fight in Confident, which is a really good perk. Or excuse me, a really good trait. So, given that there's kind of an implicit multiplier to his beginning stats, it doesn't feel as bad to get the 1 in melee skill, even though he's got 63 melee skill at level 7 after gifted. That's not very good. That's not very good at all. We'll probably have to grab Backstabber on this guy. Which is fine. He's got the fatigue to use an orc weapon. So like next level I could even just grab Axe Mastery. I think that's totally a valid line for him. I don't know. Maybe this guy in particular is a better example of one that should have the flail because of his particularly poor melee skill. I don't know. Yeah, I think this guy's got just enough fatigue to pull this off with the Man-Splitter. A little yawny. More tired than I thought I would be. Might not be the longest of streams. Had a long weekend after all. Okay, so I suppose I could chase after those goblins and, given my relatively low funds, return to the known world and sell some stuff. Might be an opportunity to get the rest of those dogs. I don't hate it. It's not very exciting, but I don't hate it. Let's just take some of these hurt bros and sort of move them over to the sides. Against some enemies that wouldn't matter, but against the goblins, I would say that it will. Just because they have such a propensity to attack kind of the central part of your formation. Alright, so we're gonna head up and put a bunch of dogs down and let the dogs do a good bit of the fighting for us. Alright. Poison. No, 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 no. Yeah, I think getting more dogs on the team will actually be super good, especially for fighting all these goblins, specifically. Really, I should release the dog with the lighter weapon out and then switch to the heavier weapon. And in doing so, kind of little hand-wavy math, but you kind of save fatigue in doing so. Since the penalty from having something in your backpack goes from, you know, half to being the full penalty when it's equipped. But it doesn't leave your remaining fatigue, you know, it doesn't affect that in any way. So in essence, by doing things with lighter weapons out and then equipping them with quick hands, it's kind of like a little mini fatigue savings. Which is kind of nice. Hey, Grib. How's it going? The team is, I would say, finally finding its stride, at least to a point. Did your brother die? How long ago did you name him? Almost certainly. We had a couple, oh wait, no, you got a relatively fresh, we'll look after this battle. I don't recall off the top of my head. I think you did die. But I can double check for sure in a second. Smirker with a beard, that's right. That's right, I remember that. Actually, maybe you are still alive. I think you're alive, you're just hurt right now. I think that's true. I'll look in a second. Okay. Already gonna be butting heads with cargo space. So I'll just get rid of the 1 day's left. Strange meat. Yeah, oh. No, Grib, I think. That's right. I forgot about that. You were whipped to death by a nomad outlaw. It's been a rough run. This obituary is insane. Just insane. Yeah. Not my finest. I mean, the setbacks, luckily someone was commenting that the setbacks are entertaining, which, fair enough. Yeah, I remember when he got whipped to death, someone commented that that's either a terrible way to go out or maybe a good one, you know, if you're into that. Which I thought was pretty funny. Okay, so on this bro, I think 43 resolve is just a little too low for me to feel comfortable. But he's already got a nimble set equipped, so I'm going to leave him right as he is. Ingmar here. Not the best of bros, that's for certain. Let's grab Colossus now that we've got Nimble. Malik the Thrower. We are not bothering with melee skill at all on this guy. We're saying he doesn't care. He's gonna get all of his pitiful attacks done in melee. Either done via Fire Lance or a Spear if he has to, but hopefully it's a Fire Lance, and he'll just use the fire attack. And he'll use nets and things like that. Anything except for attacking in melee. So here, hey little turd, you'll be happy to know, little turd, that little turd the second lives on. So that's good. Yeah, we're gonna keep him alive. I don't think there can be a little turd the third. That doesn't seem feasible. We only need 2. We're only gonna get 2. Little turd the second is gonna carry us all the way to the monolith. All right, now on this thrower, I think on like all these throwers, they have such bad stats. In Peasant Militia. I mean, I grabbed Gifted on all the rest. I'm gonna grab Gifted on this one too. Maybe can justify not doing it given the talent stars and the decent final value, but oh man, excellent. Been playing Battle Brothers all day, taking a break to watch Battle Brothers. You love to see it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you first tuned in, you had not played the game yet? You were just curious about it? Is that correct? Am I remembering this right? If so, this is great news. Correct. Okay. All right. Hell yeah. If I had an air horn sound, I would make that play in celebration. You love to see it. Another convert. Sure, yeah. It's a good game to binge, actually. And it's good to binge because unlike some other games that I don't know, are like high intensity. Battle Brothers, like, don't get me wrong, you can get high intensity like emotionally, but you don't have to click. It's not like Hades or something where it requires fast reaction time. So if you want to sit with Battle Brothers and, like, I don't know, have a snack, you can do that, which is kind of nice. You can get up, stretch, have some food, whatever. Oh god, Necro Savants? Man. Yeah, Necro Savants, the first times you fight Necro Savants, you're like, oh, okay, it's like a little teleporting little guy, okay, sure. And then he's just like beheading your bros, and you realize that they have lifesteal, and they're really hard to hit, and oof, it's brutal. Alright, this should be a good fight against this Necromancer here. We do need to fight some camps beset by the undead for our ambition, and this seems like a very good one to attack. Also, we've got Bijante watching 2 streams at once. Well, 2, maybe not streams, 2 Battle Brothers things. Alright, this is just the Decayed Coat of Scales, I believe. Or not Scales, Decayed Male Hauberk? I forget what it's actually called. Anyway, I believe visually this looks like the 170 armor. Given the Necromancer being present, I will probably not bother trying to dagger that down. I don't think that will provide good enough value. And I think I'll just remain stationary where I'm at. We'll just get our FA stacks. Or we'll hit. Boy. Problem with collecting 2 fast adaptation stacks is that sometimes you hit them on the second one because you gained fast adaptation on the first. Yeah, these are a good fight to earn some EXP and just turn your brain off. Though, be careful about turning your brain off. Sometimes it's hard to turn it back on when you need. Okay. Let's move forward. Get one solid attack with our FA stacks. Do I want to get a dog involved already? I think so. Oops, I meant to attack and just simply didn't click the button. See, I could go for the stun, but actually I think probably just kill that guy before his turn comes up. Seems like legitimately like the most likely outcome. And it happened. Ooh, that is a aggressive dog. Ka-chonk. So I hope this dog doesn't go and get himself killed. Okay. Going for the full flank maneuver. Good dog. This dog could end up dying. I suppose I could put the tank in contact with the melee hero, or excuse me, the fallen hero. Let's see, if I go here, is he like guaranteed to go there basically? Probably. I think that's probably true. And then I can make it so that, okay, that's even better. So he'll go here now. And let's just hope that that shield blocks. Because we don't have nimble on everyone. And this is the kind of fight where you sort of wish you had it. moved up a lot more aggressively. Oh, disarmed. Okay, cool. Very nice. Ka-chunk. Oops, did not mean to. Well, it is fine. Good dog. Should I get this guy involved fighting the, no, let's get him up on the wiedergangers. This guy is, you know, not very defensive, but since he had a flail, I was thinking maybe I'd have him attack this fallen hero, but nah. The bite attack that wiedergangers and fallen heroes have is very bad against armor. Like very, very bad. It does almost no damage to armor. But it actually has like, I think it's 15 to 30 is its base damage range. Something like that? In any case, it's a number such that if they're unarmored, it's actually not, I mean, it's not nothing. I'll leave a couple bros back because this front group of wiedergangers is not long for this world. Well, they're back, my front, whatever. Yeah, the headless hero biting your bro, and it's like, where did that come from? Excuse me? Yeah, that is funny. Oh. Well, how lovely. This is great. Yeah, Sir Otto. Also, hello, Jeff the Jar. Yeah, Sir Otto leaving us a real treasure there. What a guy. What a sir. That's great. All right, I think that's good enough looting for me. All right, Sir Otto's mercenary coat. 25 fatigue, that feels really low. For this, what is this, sellsword's armor or whatever this is called? What's the range on that? How low can that get? That seems really low. Yeah, this is sellsword's armor, which can get down to minus 23. Damn. Okay, so it's, I mean, it is still on the lighter end of the range, but it can get even lighter than this. Yeah, yeah, I guess I did forget that. Streamer luck engaged. I mean, we found this earlier. The tricky thing is I didn't really have builds quite sketched out for that. Like, might have to be some of these later recruits, like Jeffrey, for example, that I guess just become like a fatigue neutral. They're like pretty bad for that. But I mean, that's fine. My fatigue, like, this will be a goofy run because I don't have like a recruit that's suitable for fatigue neutral. Almost not exclusively. In fact, I don't have very many defensive bros at all. The only 2 defensive bros I have are being built as like dodge tanks, like nimble tanks that aren't even really pumping fatigue in any meaningful capacity. So, given that, you know, I don't have any bros that can stand on the front and take an extended beating. So it's almost like my forged bros and nimble bros are not terribly distinct, which is not that good, but whatever. This goofy fast adaptation thing that I'm doing with the sling is not going to be possible really with a helmet that's going to reduce their vision. So, something to keep in mind. Anyway, we can put like this on Jeffrey in the front. Extended beating. Good, you should. That's a good one to use. That's what the fatigue neutrals are built to do, you know? They're built to take an extended beating. Alright, and I think I still care about this male hauberk for training up new recruits. Gerald, for example, could wear it. Okay. So, I'm trying to decide if I want to sell stuff at Camp-A-Board here. Okay, we got a pretty easy fight against some barbs. We definitely want more javelins and heavy throwing axes. So, if we can loot those, that would be excellent. And God, I'm carrying too many nets, and I haven't had great fights to use them. They could be useful here. Reavers are a pretty bad use case. I don't know. I guess I'll still hang on to them. It just sucks that they're taking up inventory space that could turn into items that can turn into money. But I'm sure there'll be a time when I want to use them. So, okay. Quick check the front line's hit point and armor values. Back line as well. Alright, everyone's looking good and healthy. And I've got a few... Wait, was I thinking about using this bro? I suppose I am. Then Eberic here is actually pretty good. Should get him involved somehow. Oh, we'll get him some throwing weapons after this fight. Then he'll be able to. Okay. Oops. Meant to click on that Reaver there. We're just gonna give everybody a good old ka-chonk. Might stay back from that guy though. Make him come to me where he can't attack on the first turn after making contact. Boom. Mansplitter. Pretty good weapon. It really is. It does what it advertises. It splits mans. Probably leave Geralt there. I think that's fine. And then Rumold, yeah. He's a long-standing veteran, so let's put him on the edge. Ow. Geralt's getting wrecked. Should probably concentrate on this front Reaver. Seems like that would be a good idea. The Mansplitter has this like component to the sound design that's a super high-pitched, almost squeal, like metallic. That's very satisfying. It's a very nice addition to that sound. I don't think it's natural, like I think that was added by blending some sounds together. But it's good. It's very good. Love me some good sound design. Big numbers and satisfying sound, Reddit loves those. I've got a confession to make. I also love those. Small brain, big number. Love it. It's like half of the fun in playing an ARPG is just seeing number get bigger. My brain may be getting smaller, but if number get bigger, I am happy. Alright, get him, doggies. I wonder what the drummer's like experience value is. He's probably considered like a high value unit, I would guess. Even though he makes very little practical difference in a fight. You know, not saying that that's true of real drummers. Of course they add a lot of value, especially the drums of war. Were you getting all these cool weapons and armor? Yeah, they do have dodge and anticipation. Well, I mean, a lot of the weapons, I mean, the simple answer is there's not one single place where I'm getting them. They're coming from all sorts of different sources. So once I loot this, I can show you. We'll just pick a couple bros at random and talk about where their arms and armor came from. At least, you know, broad strokes kind of thing. Okay. Actually, those shields are probably the least value. Just 50, yeah. But yeah, so like, let's take this bro as an example. he's gonna have a little bit of a hodgepodge of stuff from all over. Oh no, I've done this. So, little turd, because I learned this as well. In the options, controls, gameplay, boom, gameplay, auto loot. Now, there is some downside to this in certain circumstances. There's like a nomad contract if you have the Burning Deserts DLC, where you can take an extra difficult fight to loot it afterwards, and then it'll give you extra things, but it only gives them to you if you have the inventory space. So you want to check that box. But yeah, just, I mean, taking a bro at random, just the first one on the list here. The nasal helmet was almost certainly looted from like a brigand raider. The ancient bladed pike came from ancient dead that I had found, in particular the ancient legionary. At least in this case, because I haven't fought any honor guard who can also have that. But this male hauberk came from picking off some mercenaries, which I would not recommend a new player try. At least not right away. Eventually you'll want to. The dagger, I think, probably came from caravan hand or caravan guard, if I were to guess. And then the two-handed mallet probably came from a brigand raider. And so most of the items here, you know, like random goblin weapon here, stuff from nomads, stuff from orcs, you know, big named items which came from busting more difficult camps. But yeah, each bro is, it's kind of neat that the good stuff kind of comes from all sorts of different sources. And I think a lot of these bros loadouts actually kind of exemplify that. You know, you got brigand and barbarian and nomad gear all right alongside each other. So I suppose Jeffrey here could be a, I'm gonna call terrible, kind of fatigue neutral. I mean, not terrible, but right, like not not great. Not great. So we'll give him 9 here. If I'm gonna keep having him use heavy armor, I'm not gonna bother with dodge, basically. We'll need to get him a much better helmet than this. This will be fine for now. But with +3s, he could be okay. Hit points or resolve. Let's get the hit points. All right, we got another thrower. Get nimble. You love to see it. We'll go ahead and give him a helmet and armor set such that we can get full 40% damage taken nimble value. And we'll go ahead and take the level up. This is another bro where we are not even bothering with melee skill. Look at that. That's not even worth trying to fix. We're just not gonna fight in melee. And if we do, it's with a spear, and we don't care. We just don't want to do it. We'll be able to get him a fire lance, or things like that. Fire lance and nets, and give him other things to do with his AP when he's locked in melee. That's not attacking with a melee weapon. Okay. And so, secondary stat. May as well just grab more hit points. Screw it. Oh, I suppose right, we get another. Duh, because we're not choosing melee skill. Sure, we'll grab a little fatigue. I think that's totally fine. And then we did get, let me sort items. A bundle of heavy javelins. I think I've got one bro, yeah, with regular jabs that absolutely should have the heavy variety. Okay, drunken hybrid. A very funny bro. I might take this opportunity to grab 4 more hit points. And then we'll grab Nimble for sure. Yep. And then same deal here, get him a setup for Nimble that's better. Shoot, who was that? Was that, yeah, Geralf here. Okay. So team's got a few cuts and scrapes. So that's fine. I think we're probably too close to the city to, never mind, find any more enemies. At least not camps, right? But finding enemies, I suppose that's just a thing that happens. Okay, and then I think I have, with these forge armors, like, well, I don't know. Let's get rid of these worn mail shirts and replace them with a hide and bone armor. The worn mail shirts are like kind of bad, even nimble sets. There's better options. All right, we'll fight these barbs on our way back to civilization. I'm hoping we can still get to Campaborg before evening, because I think that's a good enough place to sell stuff. Not even the one I aimed for. Good boy. Red Tooth. Good work. Proud of you, Red Tooth. I can see why you've got your name. Okay. Pretty piddly little enemy armor. Enemy army, boy. So it has been a long weekend and brain is tired. Alright. So now, what are the things I know I want to loot? I want to loot all the, you know, the good stuff. The ammo and gold, the things I know I can use. And then I suppose this type of junk we can leave behind. Let's see if I get there before night. No. It does make it ever so slightly tempting to go all the way back to Diekstad, which is a big harbor city. It's probably not so bad to do that. I mean, if I went back there, I could swoop up through some unknown stuff up in the snow. How much do I care about that? Maybe not very much at all. Oh no, Zephyr. That sucks. Yeah. I hope I don't find myself in those same shoes. That would be terrible. I'll stop myself before I get too groggy. Just gonna slowly take a drink out of all the variety of beverages that I set on my desk. All right. I think I'm okay with heading back to Diekstadt, and my thought is there... Okay, wow, that's the closest / only taxidermist that I know about. My thought was, I'd love to make some of these reinforced nets. I don't want to just sell this, these materials, or replace them or anything like that. So I'm okay with making my way back there to do that. So I'm gonna head to Diekstadt to sell stuff. Maybe we'll stop at Wallstein on the way, just for a quick check on any doggos or hounds that are for sale. I think I visited there shortly before the end of my previous stream. It was several days ago because I was away for the weekend. Anyway, it's possible it hasn't refreshed. That's going to be the moral of my story. But it has. Cool. Alright, I'm going to sell a little bit of super cheap stuff to make room. So, heading to Diekstadt. What's this noble contract? Fighting goblins. Destroy vacated east of Waldwacht. Maybe. Probably not. Let's see what we're... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to pay today's wages, but not tomorrow's. So I've got 1 day of wages that I'm for sure going to pay before getting to Diekstadt. So that still leaves me with like 1,400-ish crowns. Yeah. So I could maybe just buy a war dog with the last one. Can't be. I prefer the hounds, but not so much that I would just not use a dog at all. We'll do it. Alright. So let's slowly make our way back to Diekstadt. And by slowly, I mean quickly. Let's get there by the end of the day. That's the hope. The dream. Can we achieve? Do I believe? I think we're doing it. Yeah. Alright. Ceremonial season. Trading incense for more. Is that the Lindworm armor? No. I think the one you're thinking of is this one, which is the named Sellswords armor. So, it does look like the Lindworm armor because it's green, but the other Lindworm armor, I don't know, just looks a little bit different. But yeah, this is pretty sweet, and it comes with extra pockets. So, yeah, it's really, the thing is not only is it just a great forge value on it, it's really light, like really light. So, wonderful, I say. Okay, so we're not gonna mess with any of those contracts. I'm just gonna sell stuff. Well, actually, what was this? An escort caravan to Wallstein. Wallstein is the one that I just came from, right? Yeah. So I'm not gonna go back there because I'm gonna head down to Erdfall, but I'm gonna need money, so we're gonna sell stuff. We'll sell these furs and basically everything that's not something we're keeping for one reason or another. Yo, Manifest Destiny's Child. Hello, hello. Yeah. I was gone for a long weekend. Did a big bros weekend where we hung out and drank beer and played board games and stuff, and it was awesome. But that does mean I was gone. Not able to stream, but I'm back. Yeah, I think the sale price is good enough. Lovely. We're rich now. It was a great time. It really was. Alright, do I want to do anything with those weapons and items? I think yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of like flying. I think it's only because I don't do it very often. Like, I think for people who travel for work, etc., it probably loses its luster real quick, but I kind of enjoy it. I don't know. Like, I don't love going through, you know, TSA and transport to the airport and whatever else goes along with it, but yeah, I don't think we need this scimitar. We'll just get rid of it. Yeah, the time capsule feeling, or even weirder, if you're traveling between two places with like wildly different climate. Like if you're traveling from like Canada in the winter to Mexico in the winter. Yeah, the actual flight, now don't get me wrong, the flight itself is definitely boring, for sure. 100% agreed. I'm more just talking about all the pomp and circumstance around, like, we're getting on a plane, we're going somewhere. I don't know. I'll buy a few nets here. And maybe a tiny bit of food. And maybe we'll find some of the faction we're with. Maybe some free caravans to pick off. Or a random noble army. Alright, and where's this trading caravan from? Kabira. We could totally go to war with Kabira. Or even Ras Sanan. Given my previous mentioning of wanting to get some fire lances. And I'm sure as hell not gonna buy them. That doesn't seem worth it. Ras Sanan I don't really care about. The only reason I don't like going at war with the southern cities is just being able to visit all their alchemists, because it's pretty nice to go there and stock up on consumables. But was it really? No shit. That's incredible. It's a pretty dangerous place. Hollow Bones Crypt. In case you were curious. Curse Run died on day 3, damn. Yeah, I mean, Hollow Bones Crypt is a scary place. It's easy to nearly have your run completely fall apart. Alright, let's see what's going on in Nesselwald super quick here. Nothing good. Nah. We don't care about their stupid contracts. And in fact, when we go to Erdfall, you make it a rule to never fight Geist without rally. Actually, what's funny is I almost have the opposite, where I make it a rule to say I don't care about whether I have rally or not to fight Geists. I mean, that fight, the Geists were a big problem, but really, like, even without the Geists, that fight was stupid. It just wasn't good to take. It just wasn't. And so I just shouldn't have. Nothing more complicated than that. But yeah, in all my other runs, I think each run has had, maybe not all of them, but almost all of them have had early fights against Geists and Necromancers before I've really got a Bannerman running at all. And they've all the other ones have been fine, but I was also way better equipped for those. Yeah, the real problem was the plethora of zombies plus Geists. And the fact that, you know, I didn't see what was in the camp. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, I can do this. And if I recall correctly, I believed, falsely, obviously, but I believed that the 3 units at the beginning of the, like, turn order, I thought they were a zombie and his bodyguards, like, that they'd swap to the end, or that it was, what are they called? Noxerers. Nachos. Why did I call them Noxerers? They're nachos. That was weird. That's true. I do have the streamer luck option on, as previously discussed. Whew, see that? Streamer luck. That round swing had to miss, and it did. It's a brave place for that dog to go. Hoping that Chomper the Warhound here doesn't beef and cheese it fighting these briggies up here. Can't have that. Gave this one another target. It's a human, so he will attack it. Oh yeah, the dog and humans will be fine. There we go. That's the big morale break I was waiting for. I don't know why I only attacked once there. Whoops. There we go. In fact, I can just do this. Run them down. There we go. Good boy. Alright. do possibly want to hang on to this nasal helmet. So we'll put it on a bro to be repaired. And just to be ready as a backup set. Little Turd the second. Let's see. Hit points or melee defense. Let's go melee defense. Oh yeah, Little Turd. We found a replacement. So, Little Turd lives on through his successor, Little Turd the second. Even better news, Little Turd showed up in chat earlier and mentioned that he got Battle Brothers and that he was playing it all day today. You love to see it. Alright, I think I'm gonna just grab Gifted here on Little Turd. Just when you think it's over, Little Turd returns. Exactly. Man, I wonder if I should grab hit points instead of the melee skill here. Nah. Let's see where these briggies go. I suppose if they're gonna remain stationary there, I can fight them. I just don't want to chase them into the swamp. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time. I think, oh, I guess, all right. They were going a direction, I suppose I could have went after him. I thought maybe they would flee based on my team strength, but apparently not. Yeah, we'll fight this trading caravan, sure. Give me your trading goods. Or tools or medical supplies or whatever it is you happen to have. Get some FA stacks. Get those rolling. Make the team ready to whip out some man splitters. What is happening? Why? What? What is this? These poor caravan hands. The red shirts of Battle Brothers. Yeah. Boy. They were, you know, the ones the stormtroopers were actually able to hit. Clearly didn't matter. Never used the Goblin Pike, didn't even know it used 5 AP until you mentioned it. Yeah, it's a handy weapon. I mean, it looks unimpressive damage numbers wise, and it is. But I think just having a 5 AP attack that you don't have to take Polearm Mastery for is legit pretty useful. And it does a little more damage than it looks like, at least in longer fights against living enemies because of the bleed. So. And I'm fairly certain I've got, I don't have like butter knives on any bros with a dagger, right? Yeah, I've pretty much replaced the daggers anyway. Slurgy's a BB hipster who only likes battle weapons. Exactly. Like spears. Actually, it's funny. A lot of the weapons I do like the most are literally the ones with the worst reputation, which is so funny. I don't get it. Sword lance, spears, Goblin Pike. It's not like I'm not being contrarian. I'm not trying to be funny. I think they're good. I think they're useful. You know? I don't know. Alright, so what we're really here for. The taxidermist. Definitely gonna make a hyena fur mantle. And I'm gonna make as many reinforced throwing nets as, as much as I can with still leaving 2, that's what I was looking up quick. 2 of the gossamers for light padding replacement in case I want to use one of these nimble tanks in Monolith and give them like the Idrock armor with light padding replacement and still keep nimble or something like that. Yeah, oh, there's absolutely no bow shilling here. I'm not, that's like, you know, that's Raid Shadow Legends of the Battle Brothers weapon endorsements. It's the equivalent anyway. Can't do it in good faith. Simply could not. Exactly. Bijante is exactly right. The bad reputation comes from poor use. Exactly. People are like, I took spears in to fight orc warriors, and I just used the, you know, impale ability, or whatever it's called. I suppose I should know that, huh? What is that ability called? Thrust. And I only used thrust, and it took like 80 hits. It's like, well, right. Duh. No kidding. Alright, so I've got this hyena fur mantle. Poor craftsman blames his tools. Exactly, exactly. Big sword lance and bow shadow legends. That's right. Bow shadow legends. That's good. That's good. Alright, so this hyena fur mantle, I'm gonna put on something. It would be nice if I had a piece of named nimble armor to put it on, but I don't. So I'm just gonna throw it on some random, either, you know, 10 or 8 maximum fatigue value type of equipment. I'll do one of the tenors. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, huge drunkard backline sword lancers. I mean, my offense is just the word backline, but and yeah, good Orcsia 10s carried by spears. Love it, love it. So let's make sure Havard is actually okay. Make sure he's someone who has dodge. We've got a nice little boost to defenses with this initiative, as well as just being faster. Alright, so we're a little low on ammo, but otherwise are in good shape supply-wise. So, unfortunately, these cheap tools are of no use to us. So where to from here? Ooh. I've got an idea. Is it time to return to Hollow Bones Crypt? I think so. What are you seeing here that's not base game? I have a couple quality of life mods. I posted my mod list in like a comment to a question on YouTube. I should come up with like, or show my official one. It's not super long, but I've got a couple that show the attribute ranges of a recruit. The ones like base values. So this is like their level 1 values. Ones that show settlement situation, this one doesn't have any, and ones to slightly increase the, not even slightly, increase the range that you can speed up the game. And then one that will pause when you see enemies, because when you increase your game speed that much, you kind of, I don't know, don't want to get caught off guard. So I do have a few. You should be able to find them all on Nexus mods. I'll see if I can maybe put that in my Twitch description. Actually, that's a really good idea. So, note to self. Okay. And yeah, the 3 named items from a Gobbo camp, probably 2 of them were from the camp itself and 1 was from a champion, I'm guessing. I don't know if you can get 3 base, like, without being from a champion. Maybe you can. Alright, let's go fight the Tramp Camp on our way back to Hollow Bones Crypt. This is a camp that was spawned as part of a contract that we never did clear. Oh, we're gonna have vengeance out for, well, a long list of brothers taken before their time. Yeah, a named bow. Something to default ignore. I mean the goblin bow anyway. I suppose it's conceivable that if it like max rolled everything it could be good. That's probably true. But oh, DLC. Yes. Sorry. I thought you were talking about mods. I answered the wrong question. I have all of the DLC. So a lot of the items and equipment and gear and stuff I have is indeed from the DLC. I bet that bro who deserted does feel dumb. That's right. He's probably, you know, he deserted right around here. This is the place. Yeah, and the DLC in this game is really good. Like none of it falls into the game developer trap of let's totally change fundamental mechanics that are part of what makes my game good. They didn't do that. They just took the kind of core ideas and expanded the parts that, to me, just made sense. So, it's just good content. The DLCs are really good. Oh, I'm not in melee. What am I doing? Well. Oh, right. Down 2 squares of elevation. My god. I was like, why can I not attack these brigands? What is happening? Don't want to waste ammo. I am a little bit low. Yeah, I'm also not normally a person to get DLC for a game, for what it's worth. But I think the stuff for Battle Brothers does round out the experience nicely. That said, you know, as much as I'm saying the DLC is worth it, the base game has all of the basics, so to speak, to make for a fully wonderful, compelling, engrossing gameplay. So, there's nothing wrong with just the base game as well. The DLCs just do it kind of the nice ethical way of like adding genuine like content and stuff to the game. All right, let's do it. Hollow Bones Crypt. Will it be night just as we arrive? How perfect would that be? Oh my goodness. The moment we return to Hollow Bones Crypt, it is dark and scary. Let's make sure the team's ready. Front line's looking good. Little Turd the Second getting his revenge. Will it be the same camp? No, it will have refreshed. Let's see what it's got though. This is like almost the exact... This looks really similar to that battlefield. That's true. You didn't die here the first time. Just carried a legacy back from it. Right, yeah, exactly, exactly. But there's like, this is like an oddly similar looking group of zombies. It's not the exact same, but very similar. Only now, I think it looks like there is a necromancer leading them. And there he is. Stabbed. Three Geists and a fallen hero with a fairly scary weapon. That great axe don't mess around. So are the slings for baiting enemies, or are they useful for range? They are kind of for neither of the two. This is sort of a, I'll say somewhat gimmicky experiment. Yeah, we're fishing for fast adaptation stacks, because the sling, just by the properties of the weapon, has terrible, terrible hit chance to enemies at long range. So there is a rhyme to this reason, a reason for this rhyme, and it's all part of a bigger picture build idea. So as the demonstration, this guy, first turn, threw 2 stones, gained 2 stacks of fast adaptation, spent 30 fatigue. It was recovered by 15 in, at the start of this round, and by switching weapons, you kind of gain that fatigue back because this weapon was in your pocket, and you can go forward, and now, suddenly, you can take on anything. The hotkey to change to secondary weapon is from a mod. Extended hotkeys? Or something like that? Extended... I can't recall. I should get a mod list posted. I think that would be a good thing. Yeah, that was the quintessential example and everything. Or to say it even better, picture perfect. I don't know why did I feel like I had to change that? Alright, so this fallen hero here, that's sort of a problem. Use more syllables. Exactly. More syllables and just, words that don't actually mean anything. Instead of in order to, it could just be to. Idea for this fallen hero. Go backwards. Alright, gonna help that dog get away safely. And we'll put him in a net. Good. Glad the dog didn't just walk into range. Alright. So that was saving that turn's possess, and now they no longer can. Good boy. Red Tooth. Red Tooth again. Red Tooth to the rescue. Red Tooth has been doing work for us. I don't know why that dog specifically, but that dog specifically. Alright, so I want to try to maybe stun this fallen hero if I can. Oh, why didn't I just rally? What am I doing? Let's see, should I put Eberhard here? Yeah. Whew. Boy, like not rallying. I think I am actually like too tired from the long weekend. play this game. Like, just too tired. Thought that would be enough damage, so didn't even use the fancy weapon. Get him, doggy. Good boy. Runner. Who needs humans when you've got dogs? Dogs. Dogs need human. True. We'll keep them at a 1-to-1 ratio. Every human gets a dog, every dog gets a human. Okay. Boom. Hollow Bones is no more. So I'm definitely going to equip this great axe on someone. I'm going to replace one of these skull hammers. Run 1. If only. Alright. Oh, and I got a bro that leveled up. Havard. Level 8. Possibly? Was he around? No. He was recruited after. Current Winstreak 5. Level 8. I'm really not sure. So I think 9 lives is a decent choice. That's like, now that the bro hits that level, he's kind of precious. I think I agree with that. All right. I think I am much more tired than I thought. I did some weird things in that last fight at the Battle of Hollow Bones, so I think I'm gonna have to hit the hay nice and early. Looks like Brenly's playing. We can hopefully watch a bit of someone who's a bit more awake. I should be back. I'll be back around this week, so more streams will be coming. And to all of you, have yourselves a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. Ta-ta.